Hello,
You're live.
everyone.
All right, in the chat, can you hear us?
Love you guys.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear everyone
Hello.
correctly?
Here we
Let me
go.
just do this.
People are saying
Oh,
hi. So.
oh, my. Yes. Is the sound working? Is everything working as it should on the first try?
Foxbot.
I can hear everything loud and clear. Oh my gosh! Would you believe it, Kai? It's working. It's
It's
working.
working. We did.
Yeah.
We put our two brain cells together and it worked. Yeah.
You have 100 IQ. I have 100. That's 200 combined. So
Yes.
pretty cool. It's
Exactly.
pretty
That's how
cool.
it works.
It's
Yeah.
pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome on that Friday stream, Fursuit Friday stream, for the first time with a guest. We have the very cute KAIIHUSKY just here, as you can see. Hello, Kai. What's up? What's up? What's up?
It's going pretty well. I'm super excited.
What time is it for you right now?
Live stream in full suit.
What time is it for you right now?
It is 3 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time.
Sheesh. All right, it is
Yes.
9 p.m. in Germany right now, so we're dealing with some big time zone right now.
Yeah.
Also, the weather is different where you are right now, right?
Quite different.
Way different than
like
Germany.
Minus 25 Celsius here. I got my window a little crack open, and it's enough to cool my whole room down.
Oh, do you have a lot of snow? Is it like very snowy, like shit ton of
I've
snow?
got like 6-7 feet of snow. It's almost blocking my window, but I got enough airflow.
All right, we have the first problem in the stream where I need to restart the software because it's not working. All right, give me 1 second. I mean, not the stream, my software, which is doing the stuff. Hopefully, it's gonna work now. Let me check. Let me check. It is not working. Yes. All right. Perfect. Nothing is working. That's all right. We can do without it for today. I have no idea why it's not working. Sorry for that. So all the little fun redeems in the chat, they are not working because that software is dead. I mean, it's showing something, but it's not showing in the stream. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. It's all right. So, hello everyone in the chat. Are you ready?
Hello.
Oh my
Let's get her going.
Yeah. So I have prepared some questions for you because this is gonna be like a little interview. So the people in chat, they can know more about yourself, Guy. They can know a lot more about.
I wrote down the questions. I wrote down some little key points I want to talk about.
Perfect.
So I'm pretty much ready.
Amazing. Look at me being a professional streamer because I sent you the question before the stream. Look at me being professional for once.
I can prepare and not be like stumbling on my words trying to figure out what to say. It's great. Yes.
All right, perfect. Let's go on and start with the first question that I think it's like a question everyone is always asking. Like in the stream, I get that question every time I'm streaming in Fursuit. Every time I do a Fursuit stream, I'm getting that question because it is important in the fandom to know where people are from, how they discovered the community, how they became part of the community. It's really important to know that. So, Kai.
That is a good icebreaker, yes.
Yeah, it is a good icebreaker. Even at conventions, you're like, you're with your friend and you're a bit drunk and you're like, yeah, how did you discover the fandom? Well, what's up? So, Kai, how did you discover the fandom?
A dog.
A cute dog.
I was in 12th grade. I was about 17, 18 years old. I was looking up some dance videos for. I was gonna do like a talent show, so I was gonna dance because I was like student body president and I wanted to do something crazy.
All right.
So I was just looking up some videos, and lo and behold, in my recommendation list was a dance of a fursuiter that won first prize at a convention or something. I thought the dance was pretty cool. And,
do you remember who it was?
Rocket, is that his name? It's like a orange and black and blue mischief maker.
Oh, Mr. Maker. All right, all right. I think I see. I do see. All right.
I forgot his name, but yeah, that was the first video I saw. And then YouTube just likes to keep recommending you videos that are similar.
Yeah.
And
When
so I
you
just
watch
kept
them.
clicking through, and I got hooked. But I was kind of a closet furry for like 5 years. I was not active for quite a while until the beginning of COVID. Well, it was before
Oh.
COVID. I wanted to go to FE.
Oh.
I wanted
All
to
right.
finally go to a convention, and it just so happened that FE was like the first con that was canceled because COVID like
Oh
just hit.
yeah.
The pandemic was running rampant, and they had to unfortunately cancel the convention.
So that
So
was
I
in
couldn't go to any con
2019
for quite a bit.
or
Uh,
2020.
it hit in 2019, but
Oh.
2020, it was like in March of 2020. Uh, that was the con I was supposed to go to, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
So we cannot call you a COVID furry. We already talked in the stream about
COVID furry.
the COVID. No, but you know, a lot of people they discovered the fandom during COVID
Yeah.
because they were at home. They were doing YouTube and Twitch, and there is a lot of people in the chat right now that I know that are furries because of the COVID. Actually, I mean, not because, but thanks to the COVID, because they were at home and they were just watching a lot of content. And all right, that's nice.
No, yeah. I mean, it was pretty much the first time. Like the first time was actually interacting with other furries. I was kind of just like consuming content and just enjoying the fandom, like from an outsider's perspective, for a few years. And then, lo and behold, Lacey opened up for some commissions, and I just jumped on it, and that's pretty much what started me to talk to people, and I just fell in love with the fandom.
So you joined the fandom and directly it was your goal. I mean, not the goal, but like you wanted a fursuit directly when you joined the fandom, right? Because
exactly.
you saw the. All right.
I guess like when I first, I was a closet for quite a bit, and I was still a student. I just started to get a job, so I didn't have a lot of money. I couldn't really buy a fursuit, and I just worked really hard, and eventually, like the financials made sense.
Yeah,
And I was like, fuck it, why not?
And
Sorry,
Lacey opening the slot right at the right moment.
It worked out, yes. And
did you want it to go to Lacey like directly when you knew you wanted a fursuit, or was Lacey like your choice because it was open at that time?
I was in the middle between DHC and Lacey because they opened up around the same time, but Lacey opened up a month earlier, which I guess worked out because with all the stuff that came out with DHC.
You were lucky. You were lucky.
I was lucky.
Oh my gosh.
I just found her huskies to be super adorable.
Dodge
I really
a bullet,
wanted one for myself. I did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My Sona was actually a fox before it was a husky.
Oh my god, that's perfect because the second question is actually what made you choose a husky as a persona? But you're saying you were a fox. Why are you a dog now?
I'm so sorry.
What happened? What happened, Kai? Oh.
Well, I guess
I mean, it's good. Dog are
fell in
good.
love with Lacey's huskies in particular.
Oh.
I just really love the way they looked, and I just plopped a curl on my ref sheet. I was like, okay, I can deal with this.
So your fox persona was like the same colors as right now, but just without a curl, and then you just
pretty much. I mean, my first Sona was a mess. It was pretty much the same color palette, but just too many patterns. It was way too complicated, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get picked for a slot with a fursuit maker, I have to simplify it somewhat.
You need to make it clean.
That's how. Yeah, exactly. I can't just add a million patterns and make it super complicated. That's just gonna ruin my chances of getting picked.
It looks amazing on the drawings and stuff, but then when you have to make actually a fursuit, you have to lower it down a bit because like every little dots and then spots and stuff.
I love like simplified characters. Like I still have some very unique features, but it's not too overly complicated.
Yeah. But it looks amazing. Your shit looks amazing. I really like.
Thank you.
Your cute face. Cute husky face.
You're so cute. Oh my god.
Some might say you're also a fursuit crush, but we don't simp on the stream, you know. We don't simp
on the
here.
stream.
We don't simp. It would never happen that I simped on someone.
I will just compliment you this whole stream.
Please don't. I will cry. Right. I will cry. Don't. I will cry.
Aww, it's so good. Adorable.
Oh, I just saw that we actually answered the third question, which was like, who made your fursuit? But your fursuit was made by Lacey, just like my fursuit that you see here.
Yes.
Lacey Bros. Yes. Lacey Bros. There is a really cool vibe between Lacey fursuits. Either at conventional stuff. The people that have Lacey suit, like, you know, you're just like, oh, what's up? How are you doing? It's really cool, the vibe.
Apparently I'm a bit not loud enough. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can.
Oh, it's my. I can put your volume a bit more. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it better, chat? Is it better? Xavoto has a good volume. Kai is a bit quieter. The voice get lost a bit to the theme. All right, can you just like scream like a dog so people can see? Is it better? Is it better, chat? Is it better? Hi.
Hello.
Higher up.
Check 1 2.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, better. All right. Perfect.
A lot better. Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us know.
Just for the mods in the chat, you can ban people without warning during the stream, because usually fursuit streams, you know, there is a lot of people being a bit weird in the chat. Just ban directly. Do not time out people. Ban them directly. Like, I see a few people in the chat right now that could be banned instantly. Please do it, Jen. Do it. Press the button, Jen. Do it. You need to press the button. Thank you, Jen. Perfect. Even the guy, the other guy, I can do it for the other guy. It's all right. There we go, ban. Perfect. You can ban people, mods. It's all right. Don't worry. Fursuit streams. Yeah, there is a lot of weird people that just. Oh shit! I banned someone that I did not meant to ban. No, it's that one that I wanted to ban. There you go. Perfect. Sorry. Let's go again. All right, next question, guys. Sorry for that. You know, when I stream in Fursuit, that's where I have the weirdest shit in the chat. It's like, I don't know why, but they see people having fun, and they're like, oh my god, I'm just gonna insult everyone in the chat. You know, I'm gonna just insult them, and
they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. They're so angry. Look at them. Oh my gosh. So
they're having fun being gay and animals.
Look at that. Wow. We are being gay animals. Oh my gosh. What is that?
Wow.
What is that? The next question that I had for you, Kai, was, have you ever done a convention? But you answered a bit that question because you wanted to do a convention when you joined the fandom.
Yes.
Like you wanted to go to FC, but it was cancelled.
I did. Yeah, I did have to wait quite a bit for a convention. I was itching to get a to go out to convention, but I guess it worked out because I was still in the queue for Lacey. I think I waited in total 14 months. I was a bit lucky with my completion time compared to some others.
Yeah, I waited 2.5 years.
Yeah. I did pay for like a guaranteed completion, and I did Lacey, hey, I'm coming to your home con. I won't be far from you. Please have it done. I'm coming from out of country, and I guess that helped speed things up. But yeah, well, my first convention was Megaplex in 2021. Megaplex. Yes.
Where is Megaplex?
The convention in Florida, in Orlando.
Florida, all right.
In August.
So it was
great
cooking.
Idea. Literally, yes.
Cooking.
Big sweat. Yeah.
Do they have AC in the lobby?
They got the convention area and like the rooms are kept quite cold. The only issue is that it's very humid in August and it's raining like crazy every hour.
It's moist.
But it stops. And then it just rains for 15 minutes and it stops. It's just these rain clouds that keep coming in.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful, like when you're walking to and from the convention space and your room. we were like in these suites that were a bit of a walk from the convention center.
Yeah.
It wasn't too long, but
That was not the
it
main
was
auto.
enough that you can get caught like in the rain just all of a sudden.
Oh.
So you kind of sometimes you just be stuck in the convention
my
space
gosh.
waiting for the rain to end. But all in all, like I really did enjoy that convention. It was
your first experience
it was a
great,
lot
then.
of fun. Yeah, it was a good experience.
Was it with your fursuit or without suit the first convention?
That was my first convention and was with my suit.
All right.
Yeah.
So you never did a convention without suit?
No. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I can't really. I did have like some friends like that. I would have probably been fine going to a convention because I knew some people. It's super important to kind of know a few people so you're not, you don't know what to do, and I guess some people are like kind of anxious going to conventions when they don't know.
If you don't know anyone,
I guess it's boring, right? At that point. But yeah, it's definitely good to speak
introvert
to people ahead of time. Yeah.
If you're introvert in a convention and you don't have a fursuit are like just an icebreaker at convention.
It's an icebreaker, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can just go to someone and like, hey, hello, what's up? And if you're in fursuit, it breaks the ice. You could do that not in fursuit too. It's all right, but I think more people are like shy when they're not in fursuit and they're like, oh no, I cannot.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that they have a big presence in the fandom, but they don't have a fursuit. Like you don't need a fursuit.
You don't.
But usually these people are a bit more extroverted. Just because the fursuit is kind of like a means for people to, for a lot of people, it's a means to help socialize. It's not for everybody. I'm pretty extroverted outside of suit, so I can't really, say the same thing. But
I'm extroverted out of suit, but I think being in suit like literally breaks every wall possible, and I'm like even more extrovert. I'm like just jumping around and saying hi to everyone. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it gives me this infinite amount of energy, and I love it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, so the next question is a bit tricky if you don't know what that is, but maybe you know what that is. Do you know the 6-2-1 rule for conventions?
Yeah, that is 6 showers, 2 hours of sleep, and 1 meal a day.
If you're a fursuiter, right? Yes. If you're a fursuiter, yes. All right. That was perfect. There is other version too, like 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals, and 1 shower. But that's if you don't suit, because like your fursuit, we know that if you fursuit during a convention, you usually take way more than 2 showers every day. There's people that don't.
I do take a few.
But like you smell them.
Showers.
You like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Those people, you like smell them from far
people
away.
People that just don't wear antiperspirant or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely
those.
You know, there's a crowd of furries that enter like the convention space. When you just get that woof of like of body odor, and you're like, oh god.
It is right. So you were right. Furries, it is. You can do 6 showers. I mean, 2 hours of sleep is pretty low. Not gonna lie. You will probably die. After the second day, you will probably die. So the real answer was 6 hours of sleep at least, 2 meals, and 1 shower to get the most out of your convention, to not get tired. What usually I did at convention, at Eurofurence, because that's my biggest convention I've been to, Eurofurence.
That's a very big con.
It is. I mean, it's not compared to the U.S. conventions, but it is still a big. It's the biggest.
It is the biggest
Europe.
one in Europe, yeah.
And it
was NFC
like,
the biggest one.
Is it NFC? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know if that's bigger than Eurofurence, but I don't know.
I've never been to NFC, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but usually so you take a breakfast, and then if you don't take a lunch, at least you have breakfast, and then you just. Eat during dinner. Also, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but in Europe, at Fursuit Lounge, if you're a fursuiter, you have snacks. You have free water, coffee, whatever you want.
No, we just have water. I don't think there's any like. I've never seen snacks at a Fursuit Lounge.
So, being in Germany for Eurofurence and the other convention I've been to, which is GLC. It was not in Germany, but in Switzerland, but they speak German. It was like the small pretzel snacks and some
Oh,
candies,
cool.
which are really useful when you're in fursuit and you want to just get some sugar before going back in suit.
Yeah, you need to up that sugar level sometimes, especially if you're shooting for very long hours.
So in Europe, at least, that's what they do. Coffee, like caffeinated drink, water, something with like a electrolyte to hydrate more, I believe. I mean, all sort of stuff, but that's maybe only for.
Electrolytes are super important. You will dehydrate very quickly when you sweat a lot, and
you will sweat.
Super important.
You will lose all your water. You need to.
And
drink.
I mean, some people sweat more than others. I'm thankfully somebody that doesn't sweat too much. But there's some people that will just drench their fursuit after a couple hours of shooting.
If I'm walking and like being outside and stuff, I think I don't sweat because like when you're walking and stuff, it's better. When I stay a bit like, I mean, right now I have literally wind. It's super windy right now in
I
Germany,
know. Like
to
take breaks. Yeah, it's important to go to the fursuit line once in a while, or just walk outside, especially when it's like during
windy.
like the winter months and it's windy. Yeah, that'll be a very good way to get that sweat off and dry off a little bit and cool down, and then just you keep going.
You appreciate the weather when it's cold outside and you're in fursuit. When you start fursuiting and you're cold inside your suit, it is the best. You know you're gonna have an amazing fursuiting session because then your sweat is just gonna dry directly and you're gonna be just fine. Like just having a big coat on top of you, it is just like that in fursuit.
It's one reason why I like fursuiting in like as fursuiting during skiing.
Yeah.
Skiing in fursuit. I will warm up if I stay still, but then I go cool down when I ski downhill.
Yeah.
But
like you said, you have to be very careful, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of the
if you're planning on wanting to ski in fursuit, definitely have a handler with you that can show you like where to go. Do not go on any runs that you're not comfortable with, that aren't too steep or too bumpy, because it's very hard. Everything gets whitewashed and you can't see any of the the details in the snow.
Did you already fall? Did it happen?
I have fallen. There's a video of me somewhere on my Twitter.
I've not seen it.
Falling in. Yeah.
I mean, the fursuit is kind of like acting like a shield or an armor when you're.
No, not
down,
really.
Right? No,
not really.
All right.
Well, especially the head. You got to be super careful because this is not a helmet. Yeah. This is a foam base. So if you end up falling on your head, you could seriously injure yourself. So you have to be super careful. That's why I really don't go fast. I don't want to, risk it. It's not worth the risk. But I just do it for like the photos and stuff. And
it looked great in the video. The video looked amazing. It looked amazing. All right. So that's a totally different subject of what we were talking about. We were talking about convention.
We'll go on tangents.
For shooting. Yeah, we are literally just stopping that here. Maybe if you guys in chat have questions regarding conventions and for shooting, before we go to another topic, because the next question is literally like nothing to do with fursuiting. So
we're moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on. We're shooting me for UK. Others test in summer. I couldn't leave the shade for more than a couple of seconds. Yeah, if you have black on your suit and you're going outside,
in the sun.
Don't. In the sun, don't. You're gonna cook. I have only black.
You are a magnet to all the radiation that comes off of the great ball of fire in the sky.
You don't see it, but this is actually blue. Like I know you cannot see it, but it is blue. There is blue
warms
and
up.
then black. Yeah. My arms, my legs too, because they are black. They are also like dying.
I got quite a bit of white, so it helps. But I definitely have like black on the my belly shoulders, so from top down, it'll definitely like warm me up. But yeah, gotta be careful.
There was a question from Jenny. He's asking, any con planned this year? Do you have any con planned?
For myself, I might do FE. I do have to like save some money because I do have an expensive move coming up. But I will be starting school in June. I'll be taking a 3D modeling program.
Oh my god!
It's a 14-month program that's really like 3 years worth of material condensed into 14 months. So I'll be super busy. So I might not be able to go to any conventions for a little while. I kind of have to start focusing on my career and bettering myself as an artist. So I definitely want to orient my energy that way. But I will be
So you're
very
gonna do a
active in
break
Seattle.
and then come back to conventions.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta take a break and focus on myself for a little bit. Then I'll be back for sure. I definitely want to go back to conventions. I just love conventions. But I'll be active in the scene in Seattle
All right.
in
All
between
right.
that time. Yeah.
Seattle, my city.
It's a very, very nice city. I love it there.
Will you go to CFZ or LFM? So CFZ is a convention in the Czech Republic, and LFM is London Fermit.
So I'm guessing
I
that's
don't
a
think.
question for you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I believe this is for me, and no, I am not going to CFZ or London Fermit this year. Next year maybe. Same here. Like, I work as a streamer, so obviously the money I just pay rent and stuff. So going to convention is a bit hard. And Kip is still a student. My fiance is still a student. He's in PhD. I mean, he's still making money. PhD getting paid here in Europe. So it's all right. But conventions will have to wait a little bit more. And convention in the US, even more. That's gonna be even later. Oh my god.
Well, I guess that works out. Once I'll be done my all my stuff with school, hopefully I'll get to see you at a convention in the US. We'll definitely party.
Yeah, we will. We will. I'm gonna snug you. Even though you're like small, it's all right. I can snug you.
Oh no! Somebody asked the question that we're gonna answer later.
Titov, this is actually planned. Don't worry.
This is planned.
It is planned. Yeah, because Titov is French here in the chat. He's French. He's living in Lyon.
Lyon.
Yeah, in Lyon.
In France.
Do you know Lyon? Have you ever been to France?
I've never been to France, but I do want to go.
Good.
It's on my bucket list. Yes.
Why? All right, let's talk about France later because we have a whole topic on that. So we're gonna
we'll
talk
back
about that. Yeah. So new topic that is really like actual. It's something we talk about more and more. There is a lot of new technological stuff that are going out regarding that topic, and that topic is VR, because VR is getting bigger and bigger in the fandom since COVID, and I think it's like only growing. There is we thought that after COVID, I mean, even though it's not after COVID right now, COVID still is something, but we thought that after the big wave, a lot of people thought that it was gonna just go down a bit, but no, it even bigger than before. People keep being in VR, spending time in VR. So the first question is, have you already been in VR, Kai?
Yes, I do have a VR headset myself. I first got it when like at the beginning of COVID, because I was all of my friends were in virtual reality, and it was a good way to socialize and not spread COVID. And I just loved playing Beat Saber, so I was like, okay, I gotta get myself one. And
you played Beat Saber a lot.
Oh, I love Beat Saber. It's a lot of fun.
It was a workout for a lot of people during COVID. Like you just at home and you just like boo 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 boo.
Yeah, especially when you do those Expert Plus maps and you're just like super fast.
Yeah. I can do like Expert Plus, but like not the very very hard one.
Oh yeah, there's some that go to like 7 beats per minute or something. Yeah, it's sorry, 7 per second. Yeah, it's very very quick.
7 notes a second. It's really hard. It's really really hard.
Yeah, that's like where I am. I don't go with more than that.
7 is really good. It's like top 500 Beat Saber.
Yeah. I won't hit like all of them perfectly. I'm not like a perfectionist, but I'll be able to complete a song at least.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Because I cannot. And then my arms, they just die. The day after doing Beat Saber, it's crazy. I just die. My arms, they are just noodle arms, and I cannot do anything.
Yeah. It's like a proper workout. You just get all the fatigue and
so
building up that lactic acid,
and then you just die. The next day you're dead.
And you just die. You're just dead.
So my next question, actually, still about VR because we are in the VR topic. Do you think that VR could be a replacement for real convention?
I don't think it's like a replacement. Definitely think it's its own kind of, it's its own separate thing. I think it doesn't beat like just meeting someone in person.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
conventions because I get to fursuit. I get to go dance at raves. I get to travel and I visit new cities. I get to interact with people that uh, sometimes you can't really do in virtual reality.
Yeah, you
But
cannot
I
touch.
definitely think, yeah, I can't touch. I can't get those fursuit snugs like in virtual
Yeah.
reality. Some people have like phantom touch, and great for you if you do. But uh,
The phantom
yeah,
touch.
no, I think it's its own separate thing. Uh, but it's still a way to socialize.
Yeah.
For
It helped a
for
lot of people to socialize because it's just
yeah,
like we talked about before in fursuit. When you put your fursuit, then it just removes the shy part. And for a lot of people, it's the same in VR. Like they just
yeah,
are less shy when they are in VR because you just voice in the word and you're your furry avatar
yeah,
if you have one, and it's a
and
good way to socialize.
yeah, and most of the time, a getting a 3D model is cheaper than getting a fursuit. Um, and you could just like repaint some base models yourself, and you can be
Exactly.
your character and in VR, rather than spending thousands of dollars on a suit to go to conventions. It's different, right? It's a different ballpark. And
Well,
traveling itself is super expensive.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. You get the
yeah,
fursuit first, but that's if you just have the fursuit, then you stay at home, and I mean that's great to have a fursuit already. But then if you don't travel, then you just
yeah, you
like
don't. Yeah, your fursuit doesn't see the light of day that much, and
that was
yeah,
the
no,
struggle for a lot
I
of
love
us
bringing
during
life to my
COVID.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
during COVID, you could just go outside and take. I mean, not even go outside during the big lockdown. You were just like, oh yes, I have my fursuit, but I cannot go outside. I cannot go to convention. That was my case because when I
but
got my
oh, that
fursuit
was
in
your case.
2021,
Yeah, you got it a
uh,
bit earlier than me. Yeah, a
in
few months.
March,
Yeah,
got it in March
especially like the
2021.
conventions in Europe, they were, I guess, closed down for a bit longer compared to
Yes.
the US.
Yes.
Yeah, there was conventions. Megaplex was the first convention that started after the pandemic in August, and then
Yeah.
conventions just kept happening. Um, so I guess it worked out for me. I didn't have to like sit around and sit around at home with a fursuit and not being able to take
And
it
do
out and
nothing.
stuff. Yeah, and do nothing.
I would have loved to
But
go
yeah, it
outside,
worked
but
out.
we had a big. I was living in France back in the day, and we had like a
Uh-huh.
lockdown. You could not go outside if you didn't have anything to go outside. So basically, I was stuck at home, and the lockdown was like 6 p.m. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You could go outside if you have like a paper you needed to write your name
Oh,
and stuff.
really?
And
Oh,
yeah,
you had
yeah,
like a
yeah. That
curfew.
was mental in
Interesting.
France. It was
We never had
crazy.
a curfew. That is very very unique. Yeah, I didn't know that.
The curfew, I remember taking a train at 4 a.m. So obviously it was legal because if you have a train to take, then
Yeah,
you're
you have
allowed to
to.
go
Yeah,
outside. And I
yeah.
remember, so I was living in Montpellier in south of France, which is like a not big city, but pretty alright for France.
Uh huh.
And I remember at 4 a.m. in the street because there was no tram, nothing. So I just walked to the train station with Keep, and you could literally hear birds. And it was just like, when you're in the mountain and you
Yeah.
just silence and it's like pure silence. And it was that because nobody was on the road, there was no one outside, and it was
Yeah,
just
it's a ghost
crazy.
town.
It was just crazy,
Yeah.
yeah. That
It's
was really nice to
when's the last
experience
time
that.
that's happened? Yeah, it's quite crazy.
I don't know if it will happen again. I don't wish that it happens
I
again.
hope not. I sure
Yeah,
hope not. I hope
please
it's
no.
at least quite a while until it happens again, and we'll be better prepared if it does. Um,
There will be. I hope
yeah.
we will be.
I think the
So mine
mentality has
is.
definitely changed since
That's
COVID
true. That's
hit,
true. You're right.
right?
I mean, I still wear a mask, and people say that there is no need to wear a mask and everything. So I just do because like I'm used to do that. So why not just continue
Yeah,
doing it?
and I
You're
find
less
if people
sick,
are sick from like other things, like if they have a cold or a flu, like I see them like wear a mask more often, like
And this is
just
nice.
any sickness. Yeah, it's great. Like just hold off, like stop propagating all the bad juju to other people.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Haru, for the raid. Thank you so much. You can see the
Hello,
clip of Haru
welcome,
here.
welcome everybody.
Thank you for bringing 6 cuties with us. Hello, Haru,
Hello,
what's
cuties.
up? You're
Come hang
playing
out.
Fall Guys. Fall Guys. Hello, Tybark. Hello, Jaden.
From Fall Guys to people in
Fursuits.
animal costumes, yes. Welcome.
That's all right. That's all right. So we went on the topic of like COVID and stuff. We are gonna go back to the topic of VR because I have another
Yes.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
You are a content creator for VR because you are
Yes.
making 3D models yourself, full custom, 100% custom 3D models, and they look amazing. They look amazing.
Thank you.
I
I
tell
appreciate
that
it.
directly before we ask the question. They look amazing. All the models we did, they look absolutely amazing. Do you think, you as a content creator, that it is hard to create content for VR and VR chat?
I definitely think it's getting easier. I kind of started making models when, before the pandemic and before VR was like super big.
Yeah.
It was definitely a bit harder to find tutorials on how to make stuff, so I'm pretty much self-taught. I did have like a few like tutorials I could use, but usually I would get stuck on something and I would just have to kind of learn how to do it myself. But I definitely think it's getting a lot easier for people. For example, for me, it took me about 3 months to learn the pipeline that I use, because I use a few different programs. I use ZBrush, I use Blender, and I use Substance Painter. And then I upload through Unity. So I do use a few programs.
Yeah.
Some people might use different programs, and it's different for everybody. It really depends on the person and what you're comfortable with using, and also like how expensive these programs are. Like some of these professional programs aren't cheap.
Yeah, ZBrush.
Yeah,
ZBrush is not.
but
I know.
it's a powerful program. It is,
it
industry
is.
leading standard. Like but it's also important for me to know, especially if I want to do this professionally, and I do this work all the time. It's important to these programs are super important to know.
Yeah.
Because
So
they definitely help me save time.
You joined VR and you were like, I need an avatar for myself.
I need an avatar. I'll make myself
one.
I made one for myself. It was all right. It was an okay looking model. You could definitely see like how much better I've gotten over the years compared to my first model. But yeah, I started like that. I wanted to make myself one, and then COVID hit, and I was in VR, and I got laid off from work, and I did go back for work for a couple of months. I really hated it. I was overworked and underpaid and undervalued, so I was like, screw this, I quit, and I took my time to learn the ropes, focus on 3D stuff, and I started taking commissions from friends, and eventually I took commissions, publicly through Twitter, and then auctions and stuff, and it kind of grew from there. Yeah.
But it was not something that you learned before. It's literally a skill that you learned because you started VR.
Yes.
You started from scratch. Like, no studies in that. All right. That's impressive.
Studies. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. You don't need like this expensive degree to be able to make this stuff. Like take it from me. It is very doable. So don't it just takes a lot of practice. If you feel like for other like 3D artists, if you feel like you're stuck and you're not really getting better, then you really have to like look at yourself and take a step back, and you really have to you got to learn. You got to work with different stuff. You can't just retake a base model, just repaint it. You're not going to learn. You got to keep sculpting and trying different patterns and different sculpting techniques, learning different programs. And I eventually bought like a pen and a tablet so I can paint better, so I can make the painting on the models look better. And I've just learned how to make fur on model. Uh,
Yeah, the last render you did, it
Thank
looks
you.
amazing. It looks
Yeah,
amazing.
I said like, hey, if I'm gonna do this, I'm better do it right. So I paid for like
It
this
looks really good,
tutorial,
nice.
and thank you. Yeah, I took a lot of time to do, but as with everything, something new, it takes a lot of time to
Yeah.
do it the first time, and then the more you do it, the faster it gets, and uh, yeah,
So
I think it looks pretty great.
with the fact that to learn a new skill, you need to not surrender and just keep doing it, even though
Yep,
when you fail, it's good to fail at the beginning. You
it's
know,
good to
like
fail.
you need to continue. What would be
Yeah.
something you would tell to someone that want to make 3D models? What would be an advice? Something that you struggle at the beginning that you didn't knew, and that someone that is just starting would love to know if you have something. Uh,
Um, I yeah. I mean, if you're especially if you're doing it professionally and you're making money off of it, uh, it's about always, you know, sculpting. You know, sculpting is super important. That's where you start. It's important to keep practicing. Maybe practice on non-furry models. Because if you only do furry models, then you know you're kind of tunnel
stuck.
visioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stuck doing this one thing, and you don't get to understand like the other anatomy. You don't understand like where the muscles are and stuff, or uh, but you can certainly adapt like certain human features onto an animal
Yeah.
model if like a digitigrade.
You need
That's
to go
usually
out of your
what I
comfort
do.
zone a bit when you're doing
Yeah,
the
and
models.
yeah, and if you're working with clients, it's definitely important to uh, set yourself realistic expectations for especially completion time. Like uh, I'm super good at telling people, okay, I'm gonna have this model done by this time, and if it takes me longer, then I have to be super like open and clear with my clients, like, hey, I just need some extra time, and most people are super nice about it. Um, but they'll just say, all right, I'll have it done, and then 3 months later, they ask again, "Hey, are you gonna have it done?" Oh, I'll have it done when I get it done. And it's another 3 months, and you're
Yeah,
waiting like a year, and by
I
that
know.
time, you've already taken more commissions. Like I try to complete my commission list before taking on more commissions. It's super important to keep that commission list low. Um, yeah, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. And you
I
have to
know
take
from
breaks.
friends that already commissioned you that it was really easy and nice to work with you, to commission
Thank you.
you the beginning to the end. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm super. I show my clients all my the pipeline of work, so I'll show them every step. Like, hey, this is what I've where your model's at right now. Let me know if there's anything you want changed. Uh,
Yeah,
Sometimes if you do too much work without showing the client, then
yeah.
uh, they might not like it, and then you have to change something. So you have to backpedal and do some extra work to change it and fix it. So as you go
Then you lose
along.
time.
Uh, yeah, exactly. It's all about like being efficient with your time. Um, that's super important.
That's super nice. That I'm still mind blown. Excuse me, but like the fact that you just decided one day you were like, I am gonna do this, and then the fact that right now you're at that level and you're one of like the hottest right now 3D model maker for VR chat. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's
Thank you.
definitely you're definitely an inspiration for people that want to make 3D models like that. Like this is the proof that you can do it even though you don't know anything. You
Everybody can
just
do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you just go on
it's very
YouTube, you watch
doable.
tutorials, you learn. Well, obviously, if you know people that already
Practice.
do that, uh, you can ask them. You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
how do you do that part and stuff? That's pretty
definitely
nice.
helps being able to do it full time because I don't have like a job like on the side at the moment. That's why I kind of want to
Yeah,
go to work for a studio. I kind of want to take it to the next level. And there's some people that have a second job, and sometimes it's a bit harder to find that time to
yeah,
put in the work and get better. So I do understand it might be slower for some people, but just keep practicing. That's really what will
yeah.
help you, and
COVID helps you to
learning
focus
how
on that
to
skill.
efficiently do it. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Use the
right. That
proper like software, try different things. Um and also take breaks. You know, sometimes you shouldn't just work on one project. Sometimes you want to work on another project when you get stuck and you know you're taking too much time on it. I'll
Yeah.
just have to, you know, reset my brain. All right, because sometimes, you know, when you
You need
wait,
to take a
especially when
step
you just
back.
anything with art, you
Yeah.
need to take a
Yeah.
step
Yeah.
back, and then you look back and you're like, oh, I don't like this about this part of the body or this
Yeah. Yeah.
facial structure. I don't like it. Sometimes you don't see that uh, when you're just working on one thing, you know, from start to finish. You have to, you know, take a step back and come back to it. That's super important.
Thank you for those amazing advice that I'm sure will help some people that
Yeah.
want to start doing 3D model. And if you guys, if you don't want the hassle of learning how to do 3D model, you can commission Kai. But right
Yes.
now, as we speak, Kai is hosting. Is it a giveaway? It is a giveaway, right?
I am hosting a raffle, a giveaway. It is on
Raffle,
my
yeah.
Twitter. Like, retweet, follow, and post a ref.
Let me post the
You know.
link in the chat for that because I have it saved.
Hey,
See, I'm a
yeah,
professional, Kai. I am doing the stuff. I knew I was gonna talk about that. Look at that. All right,
yeah.
where is
I'm
the
also
link
doing an
now?
auction. So if anybody wants to commission me, this is like the last time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I will take 2 commissions, and then I'm going to be starting school for 2 years, so you might not be able to commission me ever again. I might go work and do something else. So if you really want one, yeah, there's the auction link is on my Twitter.
And you can see on his Twitter that I just linked. Oh, thank you, Dark. You did it too. You can see the 3D models, what we talked about. I have seen a lot. I mean, a few of them on VRChat already, and I can tell you the quality is really, really good. And also the fact that this is 100% custom. It means that you're in VRChat and no one else has an avatar like you. It is your model. This is really
Yeah, it's
crazy and
super unique. Yeah, that's definitely what
high
you're paying
quality.
for, right? Yeah, you're
Yes,
paying
yes, yes.
for something completely custom, for something that you want, and you want it in my style, for example, then you commission me. Or if you wanted someone else's style, you commission them. It all comes down to preference. If you don't want something that looks exactly the same as
Yeah.
someone else, because it does take time to make these models from
Yeah.
scratch, so it
Do
definitely
you
like reflects the price.
are you not right now? Let's say, do you still take time to go in VR and like spend time in VR with friends in VR
Not
chat with friends and stuff?
not as much anymore. I'm very active. Like once COVID has kind of slowed down and everything's opened up, I kind of been active. I'm more of an extrovert, so I find myself less in VR nowadays. But also it has the fact that my room is very small and my space to be able to do VR is very
Oh
limited.
yeah,
So
struggle of
once I
like the
move,
tight spaces.
yeah, once I move and I might not go to like that many conventions, I might go in VR chat a bit more often,
Yeah.
or play Beat Saber or any other game. Uh, yeah, I just need more room. I kind of limited right now.
All right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Then I don't know which VR headset you have right now, but then if you like
I've been
get a what is your VR headset?
I have a Valve Index.
All right, that's what I was gonna say. Because I have a pretty fair
Yeah,
space to play, but my struggle is those here, those little stuff that you need to put on the wall. The
yeah,
base station.
exactly. Yeah,
I
the
don't
base
know where to
stations.
put them. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. They are just on those like tripods on my living room, and I don't know what to do with them. This is so
Yeah, I do
bad.
eventually like once I have the space for them, I definitely want to mount them so I don't have to, you know, handle like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
clanky, bulky tripods.
yeah. Well, this
Yeah.
is like a place that I rent, so I don't want to put holes in the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's why they are on
They
tripod
will
and
usually
stuff.
charge you for every hole.
We have a question from Marcel, which is like, he's saying, would you rather fight Keep or Xavoto?
I think Kip is much smaller. I think I can handle Kip a
He
bit
is,
better.
but be careful. Keep his black belt in judo.
Oh
Sorry, I am
shit.
not. I am
Oh,
not.
oh, okay. All right. I might change my mind then.
Because I have seen Keep literally like put on the ground guys that were way bigger than him. So
Let's be
I
honest. I'd rather just snug you both.
that's true. Yeah,
Just
that's we don't
just
fight here. We snug. We do
I
the
don't want to fight you
snuggies.
both. No fighting.
That is the good answer, Kai. But you could choose me because you probably beat my ass. Not gonna lie.
I'm very small, all right.
Yeah, well, I am same. I'm literally a Minecraft skeleton in real life, so yeah, it's not that hard.
All right, well, we'll have a closer fight then.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Oh my god. Do you guys in the chat have more questions regarding the topic of VR? Because we are gonna switch topic once again. We are gonna talk about something like literally miles away from VR. So if you have questions to ask Kai right now, you can ask them in the chat. I believe you can see the chat too, Kai, right? You have the chat.
Yeah, I can see the chat.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that question is a bit open, so but maybe you can like sum up the steps. I mean, in your case, because you said that you have your own way of working, so maybe what are the steps to make a 3D model?
Like to start making a model?
I mean, from start to finish,
like
but
what,
really,
start to
really
finish, what do I
up.
do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's okay.
Yeah, of course. I start on ZBrush. I will start sculpting. Usually I will, the arms, the legs, the body, the head. And then after that, I'll add details like the fur. And usually I'll just like copy and place them in different areas. And then I'll have to retopologize, which is essentially means making the geometry of the body a bit more feasible for virtual reality. You don't want too many polygons. Yeah. And ZBrush has like good features, a good feature for retopologizing. But the head has to be manually topologized. So you have to add the polygons specifically in areas because you want them to deform properly because the face is super animated. Facial expressions, talking, it has to move properly. So you do have to do it manually on the face. And then after that, I bring that over to Blender, where I do all of my other edits. I'll fine tune it. And that's usually where I start the painting. I'll just add like most of the details where I want to put them. Then I bring that over to Substance Painter. I finish all the paint. Add like make a detailed version of the paint. Bring that back to Blender, and then I'll start rigging it. So, which means adding bones to the model, making it deform and move, and making sure everything works. Usually I'll reuse the armatures from other models. So I'll just take the bones, plop, and I usually use like a feature called weight paint transfer. So I'll just transfer it from one model to the other. So it just gives it a general idea of like where the weight paint should be. And then I'll just go and clean it up. And then I do the facial expressions within Blender. The facial expressions, how it moves, and the talking and stuff, all the different visemes. Once I'm done with that, I bring it over to Unity to upload, and that's usually the same for every model on Unity and how you upload it. It's so some people use like different. Yeah, it's Unity. It's just like telling VR chat, okay,
how to use
how do you use this armature? How do you deform it? And
do you do the VR chat rig too, or do you let that?
I'm sorry.
Do you do the VR chat rig like the, like when in VR chat to move your emotion? Yeah, the gestures.
Yes.
Sorry. All right.
Yeah. That's so nice. That's all you. I mean, you could just set them up on like the like left shift with the function keys to change the armature. But that really means like how do the fingers move? So I kind of just set it up for people that are able to use the index controllers that can change the emotions with your fingers. But it also works on keyboard. It's the same thing.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, by the way, but it works when you're on desktop. You can also trigger the emotions of your avatar, the gestures, by pressing, I think it's F1, F2, F3, stuff like that.
Yeah, shift F1, F2, F3, like left shift, right shift. So for a different, if it's the left hand or the right hand, so you can have up to 10 different emotions. Usually I don't go more than 10. You can have like
Yeah.
closed fist or open fist, but usually like I don't know, people are kind of defaulting to having their palms like open or closed. So I usually just limit it to 10.
All right.
Yeah, and then I had fizz bones, so all like the hairs,
To
the
make
cheek
them
flukes, so
jiggly and
everything kind
stuff.
of like jiggly. Yeah.
Yeah. The best part. The best part. And
Yes.
then if the tail has to be curly, then it's a curly tail, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
That's
And then
pretty cool.
obviously renders as well. Renders, I usually like to make to showcase like this is what the model looks, and I'll do that in Blender. I'll just pose the model or animate it if they want that in specific, which usually takes me a bit more time. But yeah, or make clothes, whatever. Yeah, different extras.
We have a question. It's not related to VR, but it's let's say something in the channel that I've been we talked a lot. It's do you like or not licorice?
Licorice.
Licorice, sorry, yeah, licorice.
Yeah, I do like licorice. I don't think it's like my favorite. I definitely don't think it's like an S tier. But
So
I think I'd say like it's a B tier. It's good.
Opinion.
I don't have a strong opinion. It's all right.
It's all right.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's okay.
All right. There is a Maple though in the chat that said something, if I can remember. Hello, Maple, by the way. Hope you're doing good. She's a Canadian too. She's from Quebec, speaking French too.
Le Quebec.
I believe you're from Quebec, Maple. I'm sorry if
I'm not from Quebec. No.
No, you're not. But I think Maple is.
But
if I remember correctly. The question was like, do you still have intention to do custom 3D models? But I think you already answered a bit.
Yeah, I'll be doing just 2 auctions and then my raffle winner. So if you want a chance of getting a model done for me, it is on my Twitter. Retweet, like, comment, and that's pretty much your last opportunity, because I might not come back to freelance work after school. I might.
Yeah.
But
you don't know if you will have the time or not yet.
I don't know. I will definitely not have the time during school, so that those 14 months, I definitely have to focus on something else.
Yeah.
I've been doing VR chat models for too long. I need to start working on non-furry related stuff, so I can actually get better. It'll be definitely good for me to work on different stuff. But yeah, this might be your last opportunity to commission me, unfortunately. But I might come back. I don't know. I will have to, probably wait a little bit until I can solidify a job in the studio. Yeah. Oh.
Well, your 3D models are gonna be super rare collectibles.
Well, I hope to one day put my name on either a film that I've helped animate.
That would be
maybe, nice. Like a character that you see in a game. I definitely want, something else.
Imagine doing the next Puss in Boots movie. Puss in Boots movie. It's gonna be you. You're gonna model the
maybe
El Cato.
You never know.
Well, best of luck for you in your studies. I really hope everything is gonna go amazing for you.
Thank you. I hope so.
It's crazy to start studies on something that you learn by yourself. Once again, this shows that you can just learn a new skill. There's no such stuff as like, oh my God, you're so talented naturally. That does not exist. It's practice.
Especially in the art field.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need like a diploma in something. Usually it'll help. Get a job, or sometimes they, the odd studio will require it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you just need a very strong portfolio. You need to show these studios like, hey, I can adapt my work to, I can make whatever you need me to do, and I can do it efficiently, and I'm a worthwhile asset for you to have on your team. So it's
I'm
super
sure they will not
important
regret hiring you, and I'm crossing my fingers. You're gonna work at like DreamWork or
Oh,
Maybe
we'll see.
Pixar.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Who knows? Who
Pixar,
knows?
Disney, I don't know, or maybe 343 or any other
Yeah,
like
I am here.
streaming
Look at that. I'm saying
studios.
it. I was here. I was here back in the days. Look, we said it on that stream. No, but
Uh,
seriously, best of luck for you, Kai.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
I'm
it.
sure you're gonna destroy everything. Your work is already amazing. So yeah, you're just gonna
Thank
go
you.
and improve even more.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the next subject is yeah, like we said, a bit different than what we talked about.
Uh-huh.
So maybe a lot of people don't know, but you do speak French, right?
Yes. Je
Yes.
parle français.
Oh, we verify that you speak French. Est-ce qu'on peut
Yes.
parler un petit peu en français? Il n'y a pas de problème?
On pourrait parler un petit peu en français.
Oh mon Dieu,
C'est
c'est
le
trop
chat.
bien.
Il y a du monde dans le chat qui parle en français aussi.
Et il y a des gens dans le chat qui parlent en français, but
Parfait.
not everyone speaks
everybody.
French. So I can confirm, guys speak French because I am French. If you don't know, I am French, but I live in Germany. Hello,
Well, now you
I
know.
am Xavoto. I am a fox. I know this is
And I'm
weird.
KAIIHUSKY. I'm a husky that lives in Canada and speaks both languages. Yes.
Yeah. What languages do you speak?
Like what languages?
Yeah.
Like, other than French? Just French and English.
Only. I mean, only. No, this is already
Only,
pretty
yeah.
good. Because French is like
we don't
the
have
hardest mode.
like 50
Hard
like
mode.
different countries surrounding us.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
have
That's
French and English. Like we're close to the U.S. It's very English. There's a bit
it
of
already
Spanish,
happened
but
that like
more south.
Yeah. But it already happened that some people had like family from I don't know like Spain and stuff, and so they speak Spanish or German. So I was just asking.
I have a lot of friends in Canada that have moved from Spain for some reason. Yeah, there was like some sort of Spanish invasion of people moving to Toronto.
Oh, really?
And I love them all so much. Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish people that moved over.
I speak a bit of
job
Spanish,
opportunities.
but I'm not Spanish.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like in school you just learn. You just start. The first language is like English. This is everyone English, and then you can choose Spanish or German. And I live in Germany right now, but I choose Spanish. So I am fucked. I don't speak German. I live in Germany. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey.
1 year of living in Germany,
people,
I just learned a lot of
help you.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the region where I'm living right now, which is North Rhine-Westphalia, you don't really need to speak German. You don't really need to speak German.
No, I don't. I don't need to speak German.
It's like the region where there is a big cities and stuff, and so everyone here basically speak English. They are just I mean, the old people know, but the young people, and there is a lot of young people in that region. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I think German's a pretty cool language. I see a lot of Germans at our conventions in the
it's
US,
so cool.
In Canada. They all love to party and show up. It's great. I love. I mean, it's also a lot easier for Europeans to get PTO compared to people in the US. So I often see them just flying over to the US for conventions for that time off. But it's amazing to see them. I love you guys.
I love when people speak German. I like, oh my gosh, I wish I knew how to speak German. And they have I think the German accent in English is like the easiest to understand. They just speak it. It's so clear. They try to very articulate because in German you need to articulate a lot. So yeah. When they speak English, it's the same. And in Germany here, every time I ask someone, do you speak English? They're like, oh yeah, a little bit. And they end up talking English better than me. It's all that they just do that. Yeah. They just do that. It's really funny when they do.
The way you use your mouth to speak, the syllables, it's definitely different.
Yeah. There is a Maple though asking if your French sounds from Quebec, but you sound like you're from Ontario. Is that real?
It sounds from Quebec, but okay, yeah. Well, I live in Northern Ontario, so you
guessed correctly then.
Yeah. So our French is basically derived from Quebec. So back like 100 years ago, people have moved over to like cultivate the farms in Northern Ontario from Quebec. So a lot of that French, like my family lineage is from Quebec, and then before that it was France and southern Portugal in that area. But yeah, I do. I've spoken French my whole life. I was born and raised French. My parents are both French. They do speak
So
English,
they don't have an
but at
accent.
home, my dad has a very strong French accent.
I mean, they speak like French in France. That's what I meant. Like not Quebec, or do they speak like Quebec French?
No, it's its own dialect. We do have our own dialect here in
All right,
northern
all
Ontario
right.
compared to Quebec. It's definitely not as much of a sophisticated French, just because we are surrounded by a lot of English people here. If you
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
more up north, it's a lot more French, like around like Timmins. But where I live in Sudbury, I'd say it's like about a 40 or 30 split to 60% English. Yeah.
So if you go in the shop, you can either choose to speak French or
Yeah,
English. It will be all
I can
right.
choose to speak French, and
Oh
most
my God,
likely they
that's
will know how
great.
to speak French. Yeah,
That's
so you
cool.
definitely
That's
have an
cool.
advantage learning
Speaking both.
French and getting a job. Yeah, if you want a job here, if you know both languages, you have a much greater chance
Oh my
compared to
gosh, let's
somebody that just
go.
speaks English.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna live in Ontario now.
yeah, you'll have an advantage. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There is a Titoff, I believe, asking, can you say a Quebec expression in French and explain what it means? But that's what do you mean, Titoff?
Quebec
Explain.
expression. I'm not from Quebec. I don't know that many like expressions like that are specifically from Quebec. I can only just swear in French.
Yeah,
Uh,
most of the time
uh,
that's the difference. It's just the swearing. Or like,
yeah.
for example, I know there is a lot of mix-up between English and French. When you speak actually French, you're like, oh yeah. When you say my car is parked, you use the parked. You use like the English.
Bonsoir parquet. Yeah,
Yeah,
we would.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're very Frenglish. Yeah, we do kind of mix English a lot in our French. But if somebody speaks to us from Quebec or from France, they have a very strong like French language and knowledge in
Yeah,
French. I will understand what you're saying, and
yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I remember that word. Yeah, but it's just I don't use that word
It's the
often
same
because of where
for
I live.
it's
Yeah.
the same for the French from France. Like basically everything we get, it's just funny. Like, I mean, no offense at all. It's a good funny, Like it's like, oh my gosh, it's great to speak with people that speak French and they are from Canada. It's cool. But it's true that a lot of stuff are like the expression and especially the insults. Like if you insult someone in France, like you're doing probably in Canada, in France they are not gonna even feel offended because it's just
Yeah, it's
it's just like, yeah, all right, what's up?
what that say in. Do you know that one?
Yeah, like for me it's just like, all
I
right,
don't know.
are
What did
you
you
all
say?
right?
All right.
Do you need
Am I
something?
supposed to feel offended?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So that's why also the French that go to Quebec and they know all the memes, like they say tabarnak and stuff, need to be careful because actually people can get offended there if you
Yeah.
say stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? Because it's real insults.
Yeah.
All right. So then there is something very French that I need to ask you, and that is gonna divide, especially the French people in the chat, uh, because you asked me before when we were setting up the scene. You were like, Xav, I didn't quite understand that question. What the hell is that? What is it? So the
I think I
question
googled
was,
it and it was like a pastry, but
yeah, it is.
I
So
don't
you know what is
understand
a
why it's a meme.
it is like the pastry that is basically
Okay.
the same dough as a croissant, but inside there is chocolate. Croissant.
Gotcha.
Croissant. And so in France, let's say 70% of France are calling it pain au chocolat, which is like bread and chocolate.
Okay.
And the other half is saying chocolatine, which is a term that just describes that pastry. And so my
So there's
opinion
no
on
right
this,
or wrong answer.
there is no right or wrong, but let me explain my point. I say chocolatine.
Okay.
I'm going to explain you what and try to convince you that
Okay.
chocolatine is a bit better,
Okay.
Is that, you know what is a pain? It's like bread. And when you
Yes.
see a pain au chocolat, it doesn't look like bread and chocolate, because bread and chocolate is something
I
100%
think of
different.
like maybe like some Nutella on a piece of toast.
Exactly. Bread and chocolate is not the same. So
Yeah.
chocolatin is actually smarter way to say it, because you directly
Yes.
refer to that pastry and not like the
I
bread. Like,
completely agree. Yes.
so that wasn't really
You
a
have
question,
convinced
but
me. It didn't take long. It's a chocolatin. There we go. That's my
chocolate. There
answer.
we go. Perfect. You're my boy. That's my boy.
Hey.
Sorry, Titoff, because Titoff is really mad. Because in Lyon they say pain au chocolat. I mean,
Oh, okay.
where I am from, they also say pain au chocolat. But with time you just get smarter, and you're like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. This
Get
is dumb.
smarter.
Yeah.
Love
This
that.
is too easy. This is too easy. See,
All
like
right.
100 IQ
First
here.
game. I love it.
100 IQ.
100 plus 100, 200. There we
Yeah,
go.
200. Like the
Our brain
IQ on that
cells
stream
work
right now is
together.
200. Yeah,
Dog
it is
brains.
200.
Yes.
Thank you for agreeing. I mean, even if you had said pain au chocolat, that would have been fine too. I don't care. It's just that I use that word more than pain au
Right.
chocolat. Now on to the next question.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if like, cause it's just like if you were asking that question to me, that would be hard to kind of describe it, because I didn't really have to learn. But would you say that French is hard to learn? I know it's a bit
Um,
hard, but
it depends on where you live. Um, if you live in a like where I live, it might be a little bit harder just because there's like a lot of English surrounding us, and especially like I'll just like here's a little story how it
yeah,
was
let's
like
go.
growing up in Sudbury uh in a very like English dominant. It is still very French, but it's English dominant.
Yeah.
So going to school in French is, if you speak French in school, it's not seen cool, which is
Oh, really?
kind of crazy. Yeah. So
What
I'm
do
in
you mean it's
school.
not seen cool?
Yeah, I grew up in, I only went to French school my whole life. Uh, but like starting around fifth grade, that's where I started to really like learn English. I started playing Pokemon, and I was like, "Hey, mom, what does this word mean? What does this word mean?" Because I only knew French. My parents were French, so I grew up super French, and
Yeah.
I eventually had to learn English. And then once everybody kind of started speaking English in school, you were kind of made fun of if you spoke French,
Oh,
which is crazy to me,
yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
It's a beautiful language, and if you don't have the time to practice it, you will lose it, especially like in a English dominant in like area to live in. If you don't have the opportunity to practice it, uh,
Yeah.
it's also the problem where just because French people have an advantage here at getting jobs, often if you have two parents that speak English and that at home you only speak English, uh, these parents are going to put their child into a French school. Um, so often enough, like these kids, they don't really have the chance to practice French at home. They
Yeah.
bring their English to school, and eventually it's just, I don't know exactly why people think it's not cool to speak French, but that's just the general the vibe of
Yeah,
going to
that's
French
weird.
school where I live. And it was crazy because we had someone that moved down from Timmins, which is a very like French dominant
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of Ontario. They came down, they moved to like the school I was going to, and they're like, "Wow, you're really seemed as a nerd. You're titled as a nerd if you speak French
When you speak French. Oh,
because
that's
you're a
weird.
tryhard. Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
tryhard. You're speaking French, and uh,
Oh my
you're not
gosh.
sitting at the table during recess or during cafeteria time, and if you're not speaking English, you're not cool. You're not allowed to be with these people.
Oh, that's
It's
so
very
weird.
sad. It's very
That's
sad.
so, yeah,
But
that's sad.
I thought it was stupid. I was like, I'm just gonna hang out with uh, people that are nice and that speak French, and I really
Yeah.
got to practice my language. I did grow up in like in a French family, and I do speak French at home. So I definitely wanted to, keep practicing my French because it's super important to keep practicing. If not, you will lose it.
And you have your parents that
Yeah.
were speaking French too, so that definitely helped.
It helps. It helps for sure. I'm going to be moving to Seattle
Oh yeah,
eventually.
it's gonna be hard to practice.
It'll be hard to practice, but I'm getting my partner to learn some French.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah. He's taking some classes, some little online classes, some little
Oh, that's gonna be
Duolingo,
super
whatnot.
cute. He's gonna be like, bonjour.
Yeah, he's gonna have
bonjour.
just the basics, and then I'll really have
with the very
chance to
strong
practice
American accent. That's gonna be so cute. Je veux un chocolatine.
What? Yeah.
No, I just love
I just love
the accent.
getting to serenade him in French, and he has no idea what I'm saying.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's so cool. He's like, Kules, why are you talking
eventually
French
he'll
to
understand
me?
what I'm saying.
Kai, why are you talking French to me? I don't understand. That's so cute. That's so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm lucky that I'm living with my fiance Kip, which is also French. So like we speak French together. We could technically switch to English, like because it's all right. We just he's speaking English at his work anyway. So like
it's a common language. Yeah, everybody knows it. Or most people do.
we tried it for like one afternoon, and it was so awkward that we just decided to keep it French. Also, I know what you mean by when you say like you lose the French, because more often I have been back to France at Kip's parents or my parents, and I've been like just trying to say something, and you're like, fuck, I have it in English.
I can't remember the word.
In French. Yeah. It's so weird because I'm not native in English. I speak English since 2018. This is when I really started talking English.
Gotcha.
So it feels weird to forget something that you just know by default, like, and sometimes like
it's like when somebody says that, you're like, oh, the light just like comes on, and you're like, of course. How did I not know this?
I remember the first time I had a dream in English, and it was weird. It was weird. I was like, why am I like that? What is happening to me?
Do you mainly the voice inside your head mainly French? What is it?
Like, they are French, yeah. But right now, no. Okay. When I switch in English, I just switch my whole mind. Gotcha. So I just like, and that's how you can speak faster when you speak English or French or any language. When you start at the beginning, you just translate in your head. So that's why like when you're talking, it can be slow, and you don't really know what word are gonna follow, what you're gonna say. And when you switch your mind, then it's just easy because you don't have to translate. You remove the like the ping in your brain because you're translating everything. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, my kind of jumps between French and English because I'm pretty fluent in both. So in my head, it's just like sometimes I'll just have thoughts in French, or sometimes I'll have thoughts in English. It's kind of just it's jumbled all together.
It is what it is.
It's very Franglish. I do speak a lot of Franglish.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's just how it is.
200 ping, yeah. Sometimes when I'm like waking up and you ask something in English, I just woke up. I'm like, what? Excuse me. Give me 1 second to process. Yeah, but that's fun. That's really nice to because it's like the other side for you, because you would say that English is still the main, right? You speak French, but
English I speak is like better English than I do French.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm the opposite. I speak fluent French. Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I try a lot to like sound less French when I talk English, which is pretty difficult because you just know, like, people they do VR chat or stuff. They're like, oh my god, you're French. Less and less, I have to say. Now people they cannot guess, but at the beginning they could guess. And I mean, it's just practice, like everything. The more you practice, if you hang out with people from like the US or the UK, then you're just gonna take their accent when you speak English. So it's pretty nice.
Exactly.
It is pretty cool.
You just have to rewire your brain and how to pronounce, syllables and how to pronounce words.
But you also need people to correct you, because if they never correct you, like,
you will not learn.
I was saying, wait. I don't remember the correct pronunciation. Is it maple syrup or maple syrup? I was
Maple
saying
syrup, yeah.
maple syrup. I was
Maple.
saying maple
Yeah.
syrup at the beginning, and they were like, I have a
That's how you say it in French. Mop,
yeah.
like that's M-A. Yeah,
Well,
that
in
you would
French,
say
it's
mop.
like
Yeah.
yeah. That's exactly
And if nobody
why.
corrects you, then you're just gonna keep saying
Yeah.
it. It's not
But
like,
one day,
I'm
someone
not. I
corrected me, and
don't
I
know
was
what you're
like,
saying, but it's
yeah.
just it's just a different way of saying it that people usually don't pronounce it that
Well,
way.
now I don't make the
But
mistake anymore when I remember how to pronounce it because people corrected me, like
yeah,
without
yeah.
saying like, "Oh my God, you're so dumb, you pronounced that word incorrectly." But like when you say, "Yeah, no, it's not the correct
Constructive
pronunciation,"
criticism. Yes.
yeah, not like, "Oh, you're probably French. Go fuck yourself." No, just say, just say like, "Yeah, no, that's not the correct pronunciation." All right, perfect. Your pronunciation is great in French, so you just yeah. The more you practice, better it
The
gets.
more you
Just
practice.
like everything.
Yep.
Just like everything. It's pretty cool.
Exactly. It was. I
Um,
found it pretty hard. I had some people from Quebec come down to A&E, and uh, the Quebec, people from Quebec have a bit of a stronger French accent than we do in Ontario.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but like certain words, I just I couldn't keep up with a full conversation in French. I was just like,
Same.
I know this word in English. I'll just like, I don't know how to say this.
Yeah.
Crap. Okay, start speaking in English, and then I go back to French.
No.
And they speak like mainly French and very little English. It's kind of hard to conversate. But I was just
There
like,
is people that
you're
only
gonna have to
speak
be
French in
patient with
Quebec.
me. I don't have that much opportunity to speak, French as much as I used to.
Yeah.
So eventually I will lose it if I don't have people around me to speak French, which, I'm glad I have my parents around me that still speak French. And it'll be nice to have if my partner could speak some French with me. If not, I will lose it, unfortunately, or slowly lose it. I'll never
Yeah.
forget it, but yeah.
Don't forget it. Don't forget it. I mean, can
Oh.
you really forget it? I think you can get a bit worse. Add
I
some
could get a bit
latency.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll just like jumble up some words in my head. I'll be like, I
Yeah.
forgot how to say this in French. But right now
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
So, guys, if you have any questions regarding that topic, because it is sadly getting closer to the last question and to the end
We're
of the
getting
stream,
close
sadly.
there,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh.
It is a pleasure though to talk with you, Kai. It's very lovely. You're really nice. You're a cool dog.
Aw,
I really like you.
you're
I
a
want to
cool
pet you.
fox.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yes,
No, I will cry.
lots of that.
Stop. I will
Aw.
cry.
Well, we can always do this again, and we can also ask if the chat has some questions after all the written questions we have.
We will. We
Yeah.
will. We will.
All right.
All right. So the next question is a bit like the next few questions. They are a bit like to open the questions to everyone. So everyone can answer those questions if you want to in the chat. But I'm gonna ask them to you, Kai.
All right.
I think it's those questions here because so of course this is the first time I do that, interviewing someone like that on Twitch. But it is something that I want to do more because it's really nice. It's really cool. I really enjoy doing that. So
You're good at it. You're a good host.
Thank you. I didn't really. Well, thank you.
Of course.
The last few questions, they are gonna be questions that are gonna stay in all the interviews, I believe, because it is question that obviously it's not gonna say 2022 because the one occasion is like 2022, but when we move on, it's gonna change. The dates are gonna change, but to like just open a bit more and finish the question. So the question is, what would you say to someone that just joined the fandom and want to make friends? Because it is when you join, what do you do? What's popping, like we say?
I mean, before going to conventions, it's definitely important to know some people. Because often enough, like you'll go to a convention, if you don't know anybody, you're probably just gonna stand there, and there's like a lot of room parties that go on. There's a lot of socializing that goes on, but if you don't know these people, you're not gonna make it into those friend groups. It's probably important to talk to people ahead of time. Speak to interact on people on Twitter. Speak to people on Telegram. I love Telegram. I've always, I've ever since I joined the fandom, I've been just hooked on Telegram as my main messaging, the main way to message people. I love sending stickers to people and gifts.
Yeah. It's hard to message people without stickers now.
Yeah. There's also like other social platforms like Bark or I'm not sure exactly furry, but or Facebook groups or whatever. Just maybe start locally. Like there's
on Bark, for
probably
example,
unless you live in the middle of nowhere, might be a bit harder to find people that live near you that are furries and that aren't super like awkward and weird. But
happens.
It happens. It's definitely important to start locally, and then maybe you'll start speaking to people from across the country or from a different country, and maybe eventually you'll see them at a convention, because conventions are really like just a good place for people from everywhere to go. Definitely bigger conventions as well. But the more I went to conventions, I started preferring more of the smaller conventions. Like, I mean, I say smaller, but
I like small conventions too.
Say, anywhere between the realm of like 500 to like 2,000. I think that's like a really comfortable spot where you have enough time to hang out with people,
see everyone,
and for that reason, like Fertile Equinox, FE in Toronto, and Anthony New England in Boston have been very good cons. I really enjoy like that crowd in Toronto and Boston. I think there's like a lot of cool furries. But my favorite convention in general is BLFC, just because everything's kind of like you get the whole package, like it's a resort. You have the casino downstairs, you have the Walmart that's not too far, you have a pool and a really big convention space, and all the restaurants are in the same place. Even though like you might not have like the best restaurants, like everything's local, and they don't like stop room parties in the middle of the night. It's great. You can be as loud as you want, and the rooms are like pretty well insulated. Like the parties there are like the best parties I've ever been to. The BLSC is definitely like my definitely my favorite con. But it's definitely gonna be harder for people to go to just because it's moved from weekend to weekdays, just because they've been kind of pushed out because it's too expensive. But yeah, I think that's a really good con. So went on a little tangent, but yeah, definitely start locally. And you can even like do what I do. I commissioned a fursuit, and if you have the money, you can commission a fursuit, and that's a great icebreaker for people to meet. You don't need one. You absolutely don't need a fursuit to start talking to people and getting yourself in the fandom. Or maybe you just start doing art, or if you have a creative mindset, you can that's one way you can contribute to the fandom and start talking to people is through art. So that is one way as well.
You can also like join Discord servers with communities.
Discord servers. There's so many like social platforms.
But if you message people, please do not say only hi, because most of the time you will not get answers.
That's a really good point.
Break the ice.
I have so many like messages just for random people. Usually it's less random on Telegram, just because I kind of keep my Telegram a bit more close, like my close friend group. But like if you're gonna send me a message on Twitter and it just says hey there, how are you?
Do not do that.
And I don't have time for everybody. Like say something interesting about yourself. Just break the ice some other way. You need to engage in a conversation. It's not just a quick back and forth. If it's quick back and forth, you're not engaging with this person.
That's why like having a fursuit breaks the ice, because you're like, oh my gosh, I love your fursuit, I have seen you've done that convention, blah blah blah, and then you just let's go. There we go. Ice
you take tangents. It's important to take on tangents to have conversation. Find
a subject of conversation.
Find a subject of conversation. Yeah, you can't just like slowly ease your way to just be quick. All right, here's what I want to talk about. No, you gotta like.
Like, oh my gosh, you do skiing.
It's all about
That's
a flow.
Crazy. Because I do skiing too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ice broken.
Ice broken.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-huh.
So the next question is a little bit personal, but if you want to answer, you can. If you don't, it's all right. What would
Okay.
be your best memory in the fandom? What is like when I say that to you? What is in your brain directly? The best memory.
If I was to, narrow it down, I definitely had some like great
Yeah, because it's
parties
hard
and stuff.
to only
But
choose one.
well, I can narrow it down to two. One would be like getting my fursuit at Mechaplex. That
Oh,
was kind of just the beginning of everything,
so
like
cute.
fandom related, and
Yeah.
meeting my partner. I met my partner at a
Uh,
convention, so that would definitely be very up there. Probably my number one would be, yeah, getting
that's so
the love of my
cute.
life. Yeah,
Uh, congrats, guys. Congrats.
thank
You two are
yeah.
like super cute. I see the pictures on Twitter and stuff. Ah, you're so cute. You're so cute. Mwah, mwah,
Thank you,
mwah,
thank
mwah.
you. Oh,
You
you're so
need some
cute.
pets. You need some pets.
Yeah, you as well. That's,
Yes, I need the pets. I'm a fox. I need the pets.
yes, pet me
Um,
right here, right here.
the- Man, that's what the dog they like. They like the pets.
We love the belly rubs. Yes,
Oh my
and
gosh.
behind the ears.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
the next question is a bit like that one, but it's narrowed down to 2022, and it's like in general. It's also a bit personal, so if you don't want to answer that one, it's all right. But like, what is your best memory? So this is something that I've done with the
Okay.
family during Christmas. It's just a question we ask everyone during New Year's Eve. We're like, yeah,
Yeah.
what's your best memory of 2022? And I think that's a cool question. Like, what
Yeah.
is your best memory of 2022?
Myself would be I went on a trip to Maui with
Oh,
my boyfriend, and
oh,
we've been kind of like on a long distance relationship for a while.
yeah.
Since obviously he's in Seattle, but he's also military. He's in the Navy, so he's been deployed for a good 8 months.
Oh, I see.
So we've been kind of just pen pals for a long time, and then we finally met up, and we wanted to do. He just wanted to do something crazy, so we went to Maui. Now we went I think particularly in Maui, we went skydiving for the first time
Oh
for both
my
of
God,
us.
that's crazy. Skydiving.
Yeah,
Shoo!
skydiving. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What an
Uh,
experience!
Yeah, that
I
must be scary. I
absolutely
would not
loved
have
it,
done it.
and one of the most one of the prettiest places in the world. It was phenomenal. I had a really great time there.
Oh, that's so
It's just a
cute.
very beautiful island. Yeah,
That's so cute. Oh my
something I will
gosh.
cherish forever.
You're so cute, guy. You
Oh,
deserve pets. You're so precious. Oh my gosh.
Arf.
Okay. Uh,
What about
then
yourself? Well,
no,
what's
I'm
your
just a fox. I'm just a fox.
top 2022? Do you have one moment, or is that too personal?
Oh yeah, 2022, sure. It was in summer 2022. I was with Keep. We love doing amazing hikes, like long hikes and stuff. And we were in the
Uh-huh.
French Alps. And we decided to wake up at like 5 a.m. to do like the biggest hike I've done in my life so far. But it's gonna
Uh-huh.
change this summer. We're gonna do something even bigger. So, yeah. So it's basically a hike next to the going
The
up a
glacier?
mountain, and you see the glacier and you see the Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc, which
Oh,
is like the
well,
highest mount
I
of
love Mont Blanc. Yeah, I played on
yeah,
steep.
yeah. But it was not on the Mont Blanc, but it was just like
Just on
mountains
the
around it.
you can see it. Yeah,
And it was like 7
what a
a.m.
view.
The oh no, like 6:30 a.m. when we arrived on
And
the
the
spot.
sunrise. Yeah.
Yeah, I started climbing sunrise, and we saw the nature wake up. We saw like so apparently it's how you pronounce it in English too. It's the chamois, like the mountain goats, basically, like the
Okay.
chamois.
I have no idea.
And
But okay.
it is pretty rare to see them because those animals are like super rare, like literally. And we saw like just
Like
like
finding a golden
tens of
scarab.
them.
It's yeah,
Yeah,
super rare.
because
Yeah.
they are. We were doing like a hike, and it was like nearly climbing because it was very steep. And those mountain goats, they can be on like it's like 90 degrees angle on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
are
we were like
built
super high
biologically
and
built
just
for mountains. It's
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah. super high, just seeing the scenery and the animal, and that's my best
That's really
memory
cool.
of 2022.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
that
animal
was
related.
great.
Look at that.
Well, I was with my boyfriend. I mean, my fiance too. So
Hmm.
definitely adds up to the scenery, and
Of course,
it
of
was really
course.
cool. It was really cool.
That sounds like a great moment.
It was.
A great hike. I love hiking. I want to do a lot of hiking when I
I love
eventually
hiking
move to
too.
the Pacific Northwest. There's lots of mountains there. I really love
This
it there.
summer, Keep an eye and a friend, Arky, are gonna sleep in the highest. Like it's called a refuge in French, like the highest. Like the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
But
a
I don't
base
know in
point,
English
like on top. Yeah.
how you say that. Like a checkpoint. I don't know.
It's not like a. Oh, what is it called?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right, chat. It's like in the mountains for hikers, you have a little
Base camp. Yeah,
houses.
it's a base camp.
Base camp,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. And we are gonna
Yes.
go and do a hike, like a 3-day hike or 4 days, to go and sleep in the highest base camp of Europe.
And how high is that? Do you know?
4,000 something meters.
Okay.
So, and it's
that's
literally
pretty
on a
high.
glacier. It's like on a
That's
glacier.
cool.
So it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be very because it's like 2 days to go up and 2 days to go down. So you have to sleep at one the first
Yeah, so
day,
you could
and then
get acclimatized. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, no, not that. But
No?
just it's too long. You cannot
Oh,
do it in one
yeah,
day.
it is long. Yeah.
You need to
It's-
stop. Because I
Yeah.
think it's like 2,000 meters in elevation. Like the elevation is like how hard is the hike, and
Yes.
2,000 is
That's
pretty
very-
high.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
You even have to have like a because since it's on a glacier, you have to have like special stuff on your shoes.
Special equipment. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
definitely
gonna
don't
be
want to
great.
fall in a crevasse.
You don't want to, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to avoid that, please.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this is it is gonna be cool.
Gotta
It's
be
gonna
careful.
be cool.
That's cool.
I will.
Well,
I
I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I will. And I hope you're gonna have new adventures too in 2023. Like first your move, and then whatever else life is gonna bring to you, Kai.
Thank you.
It's gonna be great.
Likewise.
So the last question is not really a question. It's like anything to add. So if you have anything to say, if you want to promote something, feel free to do it.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure talking with you. And then we'll let chat just ask question if they have questions.
Yeah,
But if you
of
want to
course.
add something like, I don't know, whatever you feel
Well,
like doing.
If you don't know, I am hosting a raffle right now for a free custom model. It's on my Twitter at KAIIHUSKY, KLEEKAII Husky. And I'm also hosting like 2 auctions,
That's the link.
which end on Sunday. So yeah, so just if retweet, like, comment, just it's free. You never know. The odds might be super small, but
Because there's a
quite
lot of people.
There's
There
a
is
lot
a
of
lot
people,
of people
but
participating.
it doesn't hurt. Yeah, and there's an auction, so it might be the last opportunity you get to commission me. Because
I'm thinking about that, but like,
no.
how are you gonna do the giveaway? The like
Oh, I have some time between now and when I start school, so I'll get it done pretty quickly.
No. That's not my question. The question was, how are you gonna pick someone?
Oh, pick someone. Oh, there's like on Google, so like retweet pickers. So I'll just pick a retweet, and then as long as they follow and they comment a reference sheet or something.
You said that it's February 9th that this is ending, right?
The raffle is ending on February 6th, so on Monday,
and
the auction finishes on Sunday. For some reason, that's just how I chose to do it. But
no. Just wanted to, so people they know in the chat that they have until Monday.
Yes.
Is it Monday?
Until Monday to go retweet
follow
it and
Kai.
stuff. Yes.
Go post a ref, and if you don't get the slot, commission him. Go on the auction and commission him. Because it might be the last time you said in a while that you're gonna do the custom models.
In a while or forever. I'm not sure if I'll return to freelance work, but I might. But it will be at least like 2 years from now.
All right.
So if you ever wanted one for VR chat, you
This
wanted
is your
something
last
unique and
chance.
custom, this is your last chance. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
Thank you. So now the question in the chat, and there's already thank you so much, Doc, for the sub for 24 months, 2 years already with me.
2 years.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, and thank you Flo for the 100 bits. Really appreciate it. Did you ask a question? If you had to get a boyfriend between Pangoro and Incineroar, who would you pick? What is it? What is that?
I think I know what Incineroar looks like. I forget what Pangoro. I haven't played like the new Pokemons, unfortunately.
Oh, it's Pokemon. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Flo. I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna take off my pause.
Meanwhile, we have Jen saying, not a question, just a fact.
They're like super daddy type. I see between.
Oh, really? Both of them?
No, like daddy type. They have like dad bods.
Yeah, but like both of them are like daddy type, right?
Yeah, both of them. One's like a bear.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, just kind of fluffy bear. Kind of looks angry, and then.
I'm not really into the daddy though, so I don't know if I can pick one.
Yeah. I'd say probably.
Hard to choose.
Incineroar? I don't know.
Incineroar?
Sure. Wow, let's go with that. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's yeah. You choose. So Jed was saying, not a question, just a fact. Every time Xav bring a new suitor to his stream, instant Fursuit crush. No exception apparently. I will not comment. But it is not fair because you've been my Fursuit crush even before we do that here right now. So I mean, just look at your face. You're so cute.
Before.
Yeah, we talked
before. But yeah, you're it's super adorable. It's really great to do a stream with you.
Yeah, I love your suit, Kai. You're so cute.
Thank you. I love your suit too.
Wow, do we have the same maker? Oh no.
Maybe. I mean, you are lacking a curl though.
Oh my gosh, look at the curl. Now I have to show mine now. But I don't have a curl, but like my tail.
Yo, show me your tail.
Yeah. No, it's big. Yeah, it's my big tail. There's a Mila asking, are your boyfriend furries? Yes. My boyfriend is a furry. Yes.
I'm a little too weird to like probably date outside of the furry fandom. So
that would be awkward,
yeah, either they're like super cool with it and they're super interesting outside of furry, but it just worked out that I fell in love with someone that's a furry. It works out, you know? Yeah.
Or just if you have a boyfriend who's not a furry, then you're gonna spend all your time just trying to make him furry. So I think it's the same. In the end, you just make a furry in the end. So
furry or adjacent furry.
Yeah. There is Proly asking, do you like turtles?
Turtles. I love turtles.
I
like turtles.
They are really nice animals. I don't like snakes and all because I get scared. But
I hate snakes. Yeah.
Like I have a friend on a group. He's always sending pictures of with him and his snake like around him and just like being on him. I'm like, stop. What the fuck?
I'm not super scared of them. I don't mind them, but it's just not something I like. I don't like snakes.
As long as they don't go on me or near me or have anything to do with them.
I don't think they go on me, but like seeing one in nature, I'll probably freak out and just like.
Oh yeah. I would. There is Flo asking, what was your most expensive damage that happened to your suit?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Expensive?
That's if you pay someone to repair it, but in a lot of cases you can just do it yourself.
Yeah, or usually I'll know some friends that can just do like a quick like sewing of a tear or something.
Did it happen to you? Did you have already?
Yeah, I've had like a few pop scenes. I mean, I do wear my suit a lot. I do like bend myself in a lot of like different poses.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
and
I'm pretty
skiing and stuff.
flexible.
That is not
And
a
skiing, yeah,
yeah
it happens.
yeah.
But
Then you just like you sew it back because if it's not
yeah,
scratch. I mean, if it's not like teared apart,
yeah.
then
If
usually you
if I
can
don't tear
just
the fabric, just
yeah.
stitching it back up, like it doesn't like
Yeah.
hurt it. Yeah,
Nothing happened to me, so I cannot tell. I cannot tell.
yeah.
I have had my suit in 2021, March to March 2022. I have put my suit
Yeah.
on every week, every Friday, and
Yeah,
it's
it's like
still
these suits will last very long as you take care of them.
yeah. I take
Um,
a lot of like this is my baby, my
yeah,
baby.
you see, they're very adorable.
Yeah. There is a Sphere Rayox asking, do you like cars or planes?
Uh,
I like cars. I don't really like planes, but I like cars. Cars are
like
all right.
both. I like
Both?
both, but if I would have to like simp for I would probably simp for like a car that looks nice rather than a plane that looks
Oh,
nice. If that makes sense.
well, the planes they're all the same. So
Pretty much, yeah. There's some
yeah,
really cool like planes. F-18s are pretty cool.
yeah.
But
If you play
yeah,
Microsoft Flight Simulator, then and you're playing nerd, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you're
No,
gonna
I'm not a
hate me
plane
for
nerd.
saying that.
No,
Yeah, you're gonna be like, no, you cannot say
I
that,
don't.
Sam, because the plane are not the same. No,
I'm
no,
also
no.
not one of those furries that sits on like the flight trackers or whatever.
I do.
Just like
I
looking at where
do.
planes are going. I know a lot of people do that.
I do. I
You
am not a
do? All
plane
right.
nerd, but I do. For some reason, I find that really interesting. When I see a plane in the sky, I'm like, where is it
Where's that
going?
going?
And yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
fair
that.
enough. No, yeah, sometimes I'll do that. Usually like with friends like I'm with friends that do that, but
all right, all right.
yeah, that's like yeah.
Dark is asking, what is your favorite music genre?
Oh.
That's really hard.
That's not very hard for me.
Oh,
I love
really?
EDM and trance. Yeah, I'm a big Anjuna dog. As you
Ooh,
can, no, that's my kerfluffle flag in the back, but I do have like an Anjuna flag.
that's
Big Anjuna dog.
so EDM
Yes.
and
Like trance.
trance. Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
trance.
a
All right.
subgenre of EDM. That or
Oh,
like
I know
deep
what that is.
house or yeah.
All right. I
You
like
don't know trance?
everything. I
All right.
listen to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I it's difficult for me. I have
Progressive
like
music.
artists.
Lots of subgenres.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have artists that I like, but they are different. So
What's your
I like
favorite artist?
everything. So it varies from time to time. I think
Okay.
my all-time favorite that I really listen the most would be Sia.
Okay. Yeah.
But right now it will be S.J. Lewis. I just love his new
S.J.
album,
Lewis.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I just love. My favorite song right now is "Chemicals" by S.J. Lewis. I just have it in my
Oh.
head. It's been like 2 years, and I cannot remove it from my head. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. It has been on my
My
yearly playlist every year since
every
2021.
year.
So
It's
yeah.
just my favorite song kind of just changes, but I probably have to say Elon Bluestone is my favorite artist.
Oh,
And
all right.
favorite song would probably be his remix of that he showcased at Above and Beyond 500, ABGT 500. Great concert, by the way.
All right. All right. So you go to concerts
Uh,
sometimes?
yeah.
Oh
I
my
love
God,
music
that's great.
festivals. There's a festival called Weekender, which is like a camping slash music festival that's going on in Eastern Washington. Uh,
Yeah.
it's happening later in July. I'm super excited for it.
Oh. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be
Yes,
cool.
yes, it's my genre of music, and a lot of furries from Seattle. There's a lot of furries in Seattle,
You're
and
just
we all
gonna
kind of
vibe.
flock there.
Do you take your
Yeah, we're gonna
fursuits and
caravan
stuff
over
there?
there. Yeah. I mean, it'll be in
Oh, that's
July. I probably
cool.
won't like full suit, but
Oh
I'll
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
partial and get some pictures and enjoy like being
All
around
right,
other
that's great.
furries. Yeah, super excited.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. There is a Zed that make me remember something that I need to ask you because so we talked about this a lot during my streams, and the people that are in the stream often they know that. But have you watched Megamind, the movie Megamind?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Do you like the movie Megamind?
Do I like it? I mean, it's a good movie. I wouldn't say like it's like my favorite, but it's good.
I have seen that movie more than 100 times. I would say it's
damn.
like one of my favorite movies. There is just so many memes in that movie. And if you visit me here in Germany, if you visit me, there is a high chance that we will watch Megamind together. Because everyone that visits, I make them watch Megamind. So, yeah, just
is that your favorite movie?
Just like music, I would say all time yes, but it varies sometimes. You know, like right now, Puss in Boots, I love it, and I will watch it again a few times.
Have you seen the new Avatar?
I've watched the new Avatar. It was alright, but I cannot watch Avatar multiple times. It's too long. Like it's 3 hours. It's
I just think it's like just a masterpiece. It's just so pretty.
Yeah, it is amazing. Like the 3 hours I've been in the cinema, it was like mind blowing, the water and everything. Without spoil, because maybe some of you guys have not seen the movie. I have absolutely loved the movie, but it's just something that I need to be. You know, I need to just like when you watch Lord of the Rings again, you're like, all right, I will do it. And I think Avatar is like that. You know, I will probably watch it again at some point, but it's just like, all right. Right now, I'm not in the mood to watch it. But Puss in Boots, I could
you also
watch
don't
it
want to
every day.
dilute it by watching it too much.
Yeah. But for example, in Puss in Boots, the movie that I'll probably watch again a few times, every time I watch it, I just discover new stuff, and it makes me love the movie even more. Like even in Megamind, I've watched it more than 100 times, and there is still new stuff that I discover. I'm like, oh, bro, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm weird. I know. And I watched it 100 times because when I was young, like it was the only movie that I had on my computer. So that's why. But it's all right. Let's not talk about it. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kai, for answering all my questions. We've crossed the 2-hour mark. I think 2 hours is pretty.
Yeah, that's a pretty good time.
It's cool in Fursuit and stuff like that. 2 hours is a pretty good mark to sadly stop the stream. But thank you so much for answering all the questions, Kai.
Of course.
It was lovely talking to you.
Likewise. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, of course. I hope you guys in chat liked the format, the concept. I don't think I've seen it on Twitch already. I don't think it has been done on Twitch already. So if you liked it, be sure to join my Discord, !Discord in the chat. You can join my Discord server and you can say that you liked it, what can be changed and stuff like that. You know, you can help me improve. For example, the way everything is set up right now, the camera here and down there can be subject to change, you know, like it can change. I don't know. What is cool with because right now we are using a guest star, which is something made by Twitch. It's super easy to use.
It works.
And
it works very well.
Yeah. You can invite like up to 10 people. So we could be 10 technically to do that.
Right.
And it will like put them on the screen and stuff. And so it would be nice to do that maybe a bit more than yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for accepting to do it because I'm happy that I started with you because I don't know, it's just cool. You're a really cool guy. I'm happy that I'm happy that we got to talk and stuff like that. So yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Those questions. Thank you everybody for asking questions. Thank you for joining us on this stream.
Yeah, we're gonna raid someone right now. So if you stay in the stream, we're gonna raid, and we're just gonna share the viewers. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Next stream for me is gonna be Monday. It's gonna be VTuber, like every Monday. Take care. Have an amazing weekend, guys, and see you again on Monday. Bye.